Good day, friends. It is me, HLModTech, and here in front of me we've got the parts for the Alfawise U50 printer. Let's see if we can follow some steps and get this little critter assembled. Alright, so after you go through your parts list, friends, these two are obviously the longer ones, which will be our vertical supports, and these are the top and the x-axis. If you look closely, this one has holes for the pieces that mount to it, and this one will be the top. So we'll set it aside with the other two of the frame. The first step asks us to find the extruder, and then also the carriage, and also the end stop. So I'm going to set the other ones out of the way at this time. We need to find 4 round head M4 16 screws. These are clearly labeled. Right here you can find the M4 16 and the flatheads. Alright, friends, so with the extruder aimed away from you, you can drop your screws through, and then there are holes for the Allen wrench, so you can tighten these on the assembly. Make sure that when you're using your assembly, you put the ground out part where that screw is going to attach as you fasten them together. The first one is quite easy to access, but the second one's at a bit of an angle, so having a beveled Allen wrench makes it a lot easier. Alright, at this point, let's slide on the hot end. Make sure you've got the top of your hot end up. You'll know because you can see the extruder hole there. And then we need to fix the X pulley the exact same way over on the other side with those 2 holes. Of course, this side we don't have anything to worry about because there's nothing in the way as we tighten them down. Alright, so it is time to attach the belt. First thing you need to do is find these little plastic belt buckles. And there are teeth that you can slide right in, and you can lock it in place, and then make sure you have the geared side in so it'll attach to the axis. So there, that one's locked in place. And then you can feed it all the way around and put the belt underneath these wheels so they're inside the groove, before wrapping around the other side so we can connect the other block. They give you 4 of the little buckles. Once again, you got to find the tooth side and then slide it in with the tooth side facing it so that they lock in place. And then use the included snippers so you can trim it. I'm going to leave a little bit of play just in case I end up needing it. Then you can also simply pull it off, and if you decide you need it tighter, you can slide it out, slide it up a chunk, and then replace that groovy little lock to get it where you want. To find that exact tension and the cool little block that stays in place. Now we can set that aside and start working on the base. Alright, so first up is adding a couple bolt nuts right here. You gotta do your M48 on the bottom, and then your bolt nut on top. And I'll set that one aside. And then on the T, it's bolt nuts on the bottom. And a pair of the large 20s on top. And then my end stop for the Z already came attached. When you connect the Z posts, do make sure you have the end stop out front. Alright, flip that base up, find your M520 screws, and attach those vertical arms underneath so that they're both locked in at the exact same locations across from each other. And with those attached, simply bring in your Z-axis and attach those bolt nuts. And then complete the attachment of the T-bar on this side with the bolt nuts and the normal screws. Alrighty, friends, so the Y-axis comes already attached with the belt, and then we just need to slide the screws in and connect them to those spots right there. Boom! Alright, so with everything in place, now we can slide it over the Z-bars and make sure that it moves up and down. If you're having trouble, you can change the eccentric nuts with a simple half twist and get it so it goes as smooth as you need. Slide your feed-through screw. Make sure that it gets down into the assembly, and then lock it in place with the little hex nuts that are down there. All right, let's wire a few pieces up. First, let's put in our Teflon tube. Make sure that's pulled out so it stays pretty decent. All right, let's connect the wires. It's got a nice cable tie already built in. X goes to X, of course, which is easier to access from the bottom. The X end stop is right up in there. I could not find the labels for the end stop, and I actually get it backwards, but I show you how to debug that when we actually test the machine after the first power on. Underneath the machine, we've got to find the Y. Y is connected. And then coming around the outside of the bracket, that's the best way to attach the Y end stop as well. While we're on the back of the machine, let's also plug in the connector for our heated bed. Then last but not least is the cable that goes underneath. It has a nice nifty attachment so that your hot end has got all its juice too, and you simply tighten it on. Just like that. Let's attach that top bar. Locking everything firmly into place. The filament stand slides through, and you can simply give it a twist to lock it in place. And then we'll add the bolt nuts so it stays attached. Alrighty friends, that last step is to simply add the build surface, which is pretty darn simple. As you can see, it turns out really crisp. Very few steps, as many parts as I pulled out of the box initially. It was not as difficult as I thought it was going to be, and the resulting build is really sweet. Love the cable management, and looking forward to that next video where we do the first print. Alrighty friends, so I hope you enjoyed the build video, and I want to thank you again for helping me pick this one. I am impressed so far with where we're at. Looking forward to that first test. Friends, if you found the video useful, please give it a like. If you got a question, comment, or suggestion, add it down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button, and last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.